Yo, what up? What up? What up? Hey, it's your boy Meek_World, and I'm back with another season 2, episode 1. Now, my energy is up, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Where I've been at? Well, some of y'all been following me. Y'all know I've been all over the place. Creating different content, different visuals, as well, all across the board. But I knew it had to come back. And I know y'all miss me. I know. Calm down. I'm here now. So let me talk to y'all my first guest, okay? My first guest of the year. I was like, you know what? Season 2, episode 1. Who can I bring on? Who can set the bar for this next season coming up? Who better than my guy, Gerald Harsley Jr.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. That is a introduction.
What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man?
I am feeling extremely blessed. It's been a great start to the year. We're in March already, which seems crazy. And everything is just moving right along.
I gave you right now the red carpet, so I need you to go ahead and smile for the cameras, man. Let the people know who you are, man.
Hey, I am Gerald Harsley Jr. As he said, I am born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. I've been in Scottsdale, Arizona. Yep, I see you pointing to the Lou on the bird on the hat. So I've been in Scottsdale, Arizona for about 5 years now.
Okay.
Moved there after college. I played collegiately at a small junior college in Farmington, Missouri called Mineral Area. And then I went to Lindenwood.
Okay, LU. LU. You see the ring. You see the ring.
Exactly.
You see the ring champions. You know what I mean?
And that's where listen, that's where our connection comes in. Obviously, Sam, one of our mutual friends, one of my best friends, is they brought him across the pond.
The pond.
I like, as I jokingly say, his boat got here a little bit later than ours. Everything's been really good. So I'm looking forward to doing this with you today.
So first of all, you said who you was and said where you was from, and you're from LU. We know that, man. But one of the things that brought me to you again was Sam. And the one reason why Sam recommended you was because not only was he a golfer, but you was a golfer as well. So, being an African-American golfer, how was that experience?
So when I first started, I think like most kids, I started by following my father's footsteps. Now, growing up, I played everything, so I'm from North St. Louis, Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club, literally right there in North St. Louis. So it was t-ball, it was baseball, it was football, and anything, that I could do. And then baseball was my first love. I had dreams of playing for the Cardinals. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get the skill set.
You was close. I know you was close.
Missed it by that much. And honestly, where my story really kind of changes is, I am 12 years old, and I can still remember as clear as day. My mom and I, we are sitting in the athletic director's office at Herbert Hoover. My mom told me, because she was tired of running me around, she said, you need to pick one or the other. And for whatever reason, which, to this day, I couldn't even give you a good, clear explanation, I said golf. And that really kind of just changed the trajectory of not only my summer, but my life. Black kids weren't playing golf, and still aren't really, for quite a few reasons. I'm sure we'll touch on some of it, and then growing up in North St. Louis, it was not the popular thing to do. And so there definitely was some ridicule that went along with me playing golf. But man, I was committed. Man, I was so committed, and nothing could stop me.
Yeah, man. And it's one of the things you touched on that kind of goes to my next question is, you're doing something that's outside the box. You're doing something that is not necessarily introduced to everybody. It's introduced to people, but it's not presented to everybody in a certain way to where like, oh, I want to do that. You know, like you said, you were dropped off early morning, late night. In a way, you can definitely, thank your parents for that, because that's another way to keep you out of trouble. So you found a passion. You found a passion in this, in just by up and doing it every day. Now, being that it is outside the norm and you did get ridiculed, what was it, that say, you know what, forget what they're saying. I'm going to do this, because again, there are going to be kids watching this. There are going to be other adults who want to try, get into golfing and just want to do it. But, people are going to say, nah, you can't do that. You don't know what you're doing. So what can you give them for like a kind of upbeat motivation they kind of use whenever someone, speaks down upon them about trying something new?
In regards to trying something new, I believe that this life is not so much about the destinations that we get to as much as the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you just have to leap, and you have to jump, and you gotta just see what's over the edge of the cliff sometimes. And you know what I've learned is a lot of people will shoot you down because they're not able to live the life that they want to live. They were afraid of failure.
So definitely, if you don't have the angst and the muscle strength to do it yourself, ask for help. You can always benefit, lean on your friends, lean on people to help you through it. Or in the case if you're in a sport, you can lean on someone who's in the sport and give you motivation to get through. All right. Like I said, it's not always about how 100%. You start. It's a journey that's there.
Absolutely. One of my favorite quotes, George Foreman said, all of us at some point in our life are like a blind man standing on a corner waiting for someone to come help us across the street. And I've been so fortunate to have so many people grab my arm and walk me across the street, and just continuously, that's been a theme in my life. And it's something that, whenever I can reach back, whenever I can help someone else walk across the street, I certainly try to.
Man, have you wrote a book before? The quotes and things you're saying right now need to be in a book. Have you wrote a book? If not, let me publish it for you.
I have not.
I want 100% publishing though. It's a bad deal for you, but a good deal for me. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm gonna put it out there.
I have not wrote a book.
Think about it.
I've always been a writer. I have a blog.
Okay.
So it's in my Instagram bio. So that's my @ right there, Brother Darkness. That's going across the screen. And in my bio, there is a blog where I write about the ups and downs and really just my life as far as it revolves around my professional side of golfing.
Man, yeah, I need to get my golf game up. If you ever get a chance, ask Sam about the first time he saw me putt in the dorm room. I don't know if he told you that yet, but let him tell us. It's a legendary story.
No, not yet.
It's a legendary story. When you listen to the story, make sure you're sitting down because you might fall out. You know what I'm saying? It's short distance from the church to the ground.
Okay.
Just saying, it's amazing. You got through that first step. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go to college. Okay, college school, I'm working. You know what? I still want to golf though. I still feel like I could be professional. What clicked in your mind?
So as far as my path to golf, it's a lot. I would say it's a lot different than traditional. What happened for me is when I left school, I got a job that brought me to Phoenix, and I was working at a golf company called Ping, Ping. Anybody who's a golfer that's watching this will know. So I went out to Phoenix to work for them, and then just like anything else, you get into it, and I'm extremely grateful for that opportunity, and I ended up working there for about 2 years. I'll never forget, I was working, I've always been a worker. I've always been a hard worker. It's just kind of born and bred in me. So I remember I was working at this golf course, and there's this guy, his name is Roger Parks. He's 86 years old. He puts his arm around me. I'm like walking his clubs out to his car, puts his arms around me. And I don't know what prompted him to say this to me, but he looked at me and he said, "Gerald, you only get one lap around this you might as well make it a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And that really just got my wheels turning. So I ended up leaving Ping. And at the time, I knew I was looking for something else. I didn't know exactly what it would be. At the time, I was reading The Alchemist, which I'm a big reader. I love reading. And I think it's a book I read multiple times a year. It's the book I recommend to everybody. I always warn people this. Everybody I've given this book to read has ended up quitting their job. So, you better make sure your bills are in order before you pick it up because it will.
Right. And if you want his book that's coming out, reach out to me and I'm going to have it for y'all. He's going to write it in just a few months. Reach out to me for his book as well, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And I felt a voice tell me it was time to go. And I had heard that voice a few times already.
Yeah.
But this time I felt if I didn't listen to it then, I would never listen to it. So but this just isn't for me. And he said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "I'm going to figure out how to play professional golf."
My next topic I like to speak about is, since you're in there, you look around the room. What do you see in that room?
I think diversity in golf is something that has gotten better.
Okay.
I think there are other factors about golf that limits its growth to minority communities and just people who don't grow up in wealth. If you look at even a city like St. Louis is what I would call like a private golf town.
Okay.
There's not a vast amount of public golf courses. In the city of St. Louis, I could be wrong, but there's only one, Forest Park, which is 36 holes. And outside of that, they're kind of sprinkled in here and there. So unless your grandfather or your father is a member at a private club, it's going to be very hard for you to get into it. The other thing is it's extremely expensive. It is between equipment and practicing and everything you do, you have to pay every time. It's not like, if you and I go buy a basketball, we can find a hoop. We can play basketball for free every day. So there's been a lot of organizations that have helped in that. The first tee being one of the biggest ones that has helped, and I was a first tee kid growing up, and as well there's other things. One of the things I'm most proud of is Family Golf's Learning Center, which is in St. Louis in Kirkwood, and what they do for their junior golf and making it affordable and making it accessible to everybody. And it's something Adam Betts runs that. He's a friend of mine, and what he's done there has been tremendous as far as giving kids access to the game that may not have had it, if it wasn't for that. So I think it's getting better, but it still is very much a very privileged, expensive sport, and it's tough to get into. And then if you do, even if you have the talent, then it's tough to afford to do it. So you could have the talent, then all of a sudden it's going to cost you tens and tens of thousands of dollars to do it, and it makes it tough to do it professionally as well. But I do see it seems like there's a reawakening. I think some alarm bells went off last year with George Floyd, and as a country we really had to look inside. And it's not okay to just not be racist. You have to be anti-racist, and it's not okay to just to not know. Like, you have to know, and if you're not doing something to prevent it, well, then you're really almost could be an accessory to it, if you will.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, that is totally true. And I'm glad that you're able to, open up that side, because whenever I see golf, I don't see too many of us. But you being in the locker room, there are more of us. We just getting started, getting over that threshold of being more visible to everybody. What you're doing today, bringing awareness, and I appreciate everything. Just even coming on here and talking to me, man. I appreciate that, because your voice has become even louder as well. There'll be more visualization of how diverse golfing is. And then, definitely this is going to keep continuously grow. And you had pointed out 2 organizations again. I want you to shout those organizations out again. I know you breeze over real quickly, but if you could shout those organizations out again, the name, the individual you said who's running it, and just get a quick shout out to some of the things they've done in the past.
So the first T is a big national, and actually they may be worldwide. I'm pretty sure they are worldwide. So that's a good, and they provide scholarships and they do a lot of good stuff. And their base has really been like to get into the inner cities to do programs in public schools. And then the other one, which is a local, I'm sure a lot of people that'll watch this will be in St. Louis, is Family Golf and Learning Center. It's ran by Adam Betts. Adam Betts is a PGA pro in St. Louis, and it's a driving range. It's got a 9-hole par 3 course. It's got a state-of-the-art indoor facility that they just built. They have summer camps. They have summer camps in the summer, and it's the best place in St. Louis you could take your kid to introduce them to the game of golf.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the rapid round of questions, and then we're gonna sign up for that. So see y'all in a minute. Yo, welcome back. Now, Gerald.
Okay.
That's your name?
That's my name. Don't wear it out, as they say on the playground.
Hey, I got a couple quick questions for you, man. Just kind of get a feel of, let the people, let the people see another side of you, man. So it's a would you rather? All right. I'm just gonna give you 2 of them, okay? The first question is, would you rather eat a bowl full of old scabs or a sandwich full of used Band-Aids?
Do I have hot sauce?
Yeah, you can add on what you can to it. Yeah, you can have hot sauce.
Oh man, Jesus Christ! I mean, that's talk about a decision. You know what? But I'm gonna go with the sandwich, because I'm gonna hope that the bread maybe mask a little bit of the super chewing going down, and I would just drench it in. You listen, some people some people may not understand this, but you go get that fish plate, after church on Sunday, and they had that piece of bread sitting at the bottom that's been soaking up the juice. I'm just hopefully it's gonna be like that, just soak it in the hot sauce and try to mask it.
All right, last one. This one be up your alley. This would be closer to where you are in golf. Would you rather win one PGA Tour but finishing second for the next 10 years, or would you win your first 4 tours but never win again?
From a legacy standpoint, I definitely play this game to win. From a financial standpoint, Like I said, I'm in Laguna Beach right now, and
Yeah,
I was just at a buddy's house who, he told me his house was on the beach, and
yeah,
he said, "Oh, okay, it's on the beach."
right.
And then I went to his house, and his house is on the beach, and so all those second place finishes, maybe my house could be next to his on the beach. So I think I would take that one.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna listen to you. I'll probably do the same thing with King of Golf. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
all right, man. So, now we get that out the way, man. Let's dive into, your train of thought a little bit. You being a golfer and you've been everywhere across the globe, right? But you have a chance to put a golf course in anywhere you want. Where would it be and why?
Very, very easy. Uh, Very easy question. I would put it right in North St. Louis. I would put it right in North St. Louis because when you can see something, when you see other people doing something, it stirs that gift inside of you. It stirs that curiosity inside of you. And the reason why I believe so many people have not, especially where we're from, have not tried to get into golf is because maybe they just never seen anybody do it. Sure, they flipped the channel and they've seen Tiger Woods or they've seen golf and it looks slow and boring. But when you see somebody that doing it, or somebody that looks like you doing it, all of a sudden it stirs it inside of you. So I would build that golf course right in North St. Louis, and I would make it affordable for absolutely everybody to everybody to play, and just to give kids that opportunity to see that and to grow up in a different reality.
Nice, man. That's powerful, brother. Now, you put me in the north side. Now, that mean I see you saw as a kid. What would you name it though?
Selfishly, I would want to name it the Gerald Harsley Jr.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah.
But that is probably the narcissist in me. But I would name it something along the lines of, you know, something maybe to do with dreamers, something to do with achieving something. I might honestly just name it hope. You know,
Mm, okay.
hope,
Okay.
because this is what I'm bringing to the community that I came from is hope.
Man, that's nice. That's very powerful because not only, they have the visual, but it'd be something tangible. They can touch it. They can go out there, the kids can feel the grass and they can kind of see the different things. And also it can actually bridge a gap between the actual elders and the children. So instead of the elders kind of pushing the kids like, oh, these kids don't know what they're talking about. Well, now you get opportunity to bring them both together. They say it takes a village to raise all the children. So even the ones that are just playing golf, kind of quote unquote away from everybody, they're together with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we should probably try to make that happen. After we sell our 2 million copies of your book, we're going to get right on it, all right? We're going to get right on it, I'm telling you. But definitely, man, Gerald, I appreciate you coming to the show. Please, 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 people, follow this man. Matter of fact, you talk to the people, anything you have in the works, anything you have coming up that you want to promote, or any tournaments, anything you have coming up, and they can catch you at, just let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it, man. So I see my Instagram handle is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and I post a lot on there. Obviously, so you can find me. You can follow me on there. On my Instagram, in my bio, there's my blog. So feel free to give that a read. It goes back to, I've been doing it, I believe, going on 2 years now. So you can go back and you can read, and I'm pretty open with it. As far as the highs, the lows. When I've played well, when I haven't played well. As far as what I have coming up right now is I have Canadian Tour Q School that'll be taking place in about 2 weeks from now. So I'm getting ready for that. So I've been working extremely hard to give that a good run and to get some status there. I'm currently working on that, and as far as the grand scheme of things, so whatever, either if it's Canadian or whatever it is, my plan is to be able to play full time this summer. So there's a few different avenues that I could do that I'm looking into exploring. As I said, professional golf is extremely expensive, and so if there's anyone that we could collaborate, anyone that was interested in providing some help, I'd be more than happy to talk to you about that. You can shoot me a message on Instagram. You can shoot me a message on Facebook. And I look forward to seeing this when it comes out. And I appreciate you, Miek, so much for having me on here.
Man, no, I appreciate you for stopping by here, man. Every guest that I have on here sets a bar for the next guest. And I knew you was going to set the bar high for this season, man. I knew it. I had a feeling you was, man. So definitely thank you for coming by. And everybody, please, as you already know, MiekWorld, go check me out. I got a new jersey. I'm trying to up the clothing and whatnot. I'm going to try to get some more jerseys for everybody else, of course, to get them selling up and rolling. If Miko can do it, you can too. Always remember that, people. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on my Facebook. Follow me on my iStar vids. Everything is MiekWorld, all one word, all together, as you guys see on the screen here. Again, thank my brother for stopping by. People, always remember, if you live for their acceptance, you will die from their rejection. And I'm out. Peace.
Go to my iStarVids.com. Go to my page, support me there. Go to my website. I got a website. It's up. I got stuff on there. Contact me on there. Let me know if you like the website. Let me know how the website is. I wrote some blogs on there, so check out my blog. You know what I mean? Check your boy out.